Yeah, I really respect Todd Graham. They've beat us pretty good the last few years. We were able to get after them tonight. Their quarterback was beat up a little bit, which helped us. But I thought that kid played gallantly. Manny Wilkins, he's a heck of a player. I was really impressed with our team, the way we came out of the blocks and how we kept playing and kept fighting and kept moving. And there was a lot of things to be proud of with our team. It's just we're one step closer to keep going where we want to go. So we got a long ways to go, but we've done pretty well so far. I'll take any questions at this time.
Coach, you mentioned earlier this is a breakthrough win for you. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. This is the first team with a winning record we beat this year, and they're perennially have beat us bad, and we had them at home. The kids have been hearing all week is Pac-12 South. We're leading. You kind of control your own destiny. So all that pressure our young men have not ever been under before. So I thought tonight was a breakthrough win. I thought the Oregon game was a signature win for us to do on the road after they'd been as bad as they had. And then Cepho getting to come back and have a start tonight. This team 4 years ago was his first time to ever play, and it didn't go great. So I was just thinking this, no doubt to me, this was a breakthrough type of thing. I kept telling them, they built the water up in the dam, and the dam had cracks in it. That's what I told them all week, and I said, you got to go punch it one more time, and now the water's going to flow. And now we got to keep marching on. And I thought tonight was a way of making that point in their minds and understanding that, we beat a team with a winning record who's won the Pac-12 South, I think, 2 of the 4 years we've been in the league. And they're very, very good. And they beat UCLA last week. It was predicted, I guess, to win our league, I think, at the beginning. I don't ever look at it if somebody said that to me. So I'm excited where we are, but we've got to go back to work tomorrow and keep marching on. We've got a lot of really good football teams left to play. So
ASU really stout against the run this year, giving up 89 yards per game. You guys had that total in the first quarter alone. What were the key ingredients to that kind of success, and did you guys sort of see that as possible going into tonight?
Well, we always see it as possible every game we go into. Coach's mentality and what we do with our players. But we felt like the tempo, that we could get going with our tempo. We felt like we could hit downhill. Alex Kelly and our whole offensive line, because Alex is in control of how to block it and do different things when we're doing it quick and getting us lined up quick. Cepho did a great job of getting us in some right runs. And then Philip Lindsay, I told him all week, run like you're going to break glass. I told all the running backs. And everybody, what do you mean by that? Well, they stunt so much, they do stuff, you just got to hit that hole and not worry about it all, and all of a sudden you'll crease it. That beginning run in the second half was a pretty thing, and he ran off and left them. That hadn't always happened with him, and everybody was teasing him all week because he got caught, last week, and he didn't get caught tonight. So our guys did a heck of a job on that. Offensive staff did a great job scheming it, and but the kids did a super job of executing it. The young men, not the kids. Sorry.
Coach, is Jay all right? Is there a status report on him?
That's where I was. He's concussed. He's with the doctor. He just got through with the doctors now, so they'll see where he is tomorrow. But he did have a concussion.
Can you just talk about the physical nature of your football team? Tonight was about as physical as you guys have been all season. You've been trying to build this up for years now. For you to see that, how satisfying is that for you?
Well, that's what we talked about all week, too, was we had to be physical. This is a physical front seven. They have a physical running game with some big, strong, powerful backs, and we had to be physical. We've gotten bigger, we've gotten stronger, we have more depth. We tackle better now than we ever have because we're knowing where to be, but we're bigger and stronger in those areas too. And tonight we did have to be physical, and they're a physical team, and I thought that I'll see it on film, but I felt like in the game that we were able to stay physical enough to be able to do what we needed to do.
Coach, going back to Jay really quick, football is family. You see your son laying out there. How do you process that as a coach and as a parent?
The first thing I want him to be okay. Of course, all of our guys are out there. I want them to be okay. The second thing, after I realized it was okay, what's his mom thinking? That was the next thing I thought. And then after that, this is all as I'm walking out there, so he's all right, is, we got to get our next guys in there, what's going on at his spot on offense and special teams, and then let the doctors take care of him.
Coach, I don't know if you heard, but Philip Lindsay brought his entire offensive line into his post-game press conference tonight. What does that say about the relationship that those guys have built on offense? And can you speak a little bit about the bonds that your players have that have helped you get to this point?
Well, that's good to hear. Philip's smarter than I thought he was. That was good. They've got a great bond. They realize that they all count on each other, and he understood how good that defensive front they had was, and that there were some good holes for him to run through. And of course, he made some people miss, but they got him started, and they did a great job. And I'm really proud to hear that. That makes me feel good.
Can you talk a little bit about the importance of having your senior quarterback back?
Yeah, Cepho did a phenomenal job tonight. Got us off, started off well. Majority of all his checks and reads he did excellent with. The rhythm, he kept us moving. I thought he played really, really well tonight. He's so critical of himself. He'll find some things he didn't do right, of course. But I was very pleased with what Cepho did tonight. And he was moving around well, and he felt very, very comfortable out there playing, and that was the key to make sure when he got back out there. This year, in the games he's played really, really well. I mean, really well. And he'll keep that up.
Coach, what was it like for you guys to have the fans join in on that celebration on the field?
It was a lot of fun. It was really enjoyable. It's hard you can't really see what's going on, but I was glad to see the kids down there enjoying that, and our players really enjoyed them doing that.
Mike, yes, it was a great game, but there were the problems with special teams. The PAT field goal, it appears that Graham won the job back, it would seem. But how do you rectify this going into the next week?
We'll just keep working at it. They're young guys. Our main guy was, Diego Gonzalez, and we've got young guys out there doing it. Davis has an excellent young leg, very powerful, and we'll just keep working at it, and we'll keep going with it. There's nothing. We just got to keep working with those guys. And Chris came in and kicked well too, so it was good to see.
As a follow-up to that, will the kicking competition kind of open up, or has it always just been open?
Well, it's kind of just gone back and forth. Who's ever hot right now? We thought Davis was doing okay, and then he didn't, and so we made a switch with Chris, and and Chris kicked off pretty good tonight. And Davis has a powerful leg. He's just really young. He really didn't think he was probably going to be kicking this year, and then all of a sudden he gets thrown into it. So I think what he's done real well. Of course, he missed some tonight. But now he's got to fight through that. That's part of a growing up process. Every kicker's missed them, and every kicker's had to fight through that and go back out there and make them. And that goes for every player that plays. You make mistakes, and you got to learn how to bounce back and do that. And that'll be another growth process for Davis. And it was good to see Chris bounce back and do that what he did. So I have confidence in both of them. They both have good legs. They just haven't played out there in the field goal situation a lot, and that's a lot of pressure.
Coach, you guys will head into Stanford next week, potentially being ranked again with a target on your back. Do you want to just talk about how you approach the next game? Well,
Stanford, they beat us pretty good out here last year, and they got a really good football team. They got a running back that's pretty good that's from the state, that he'll want to play good against us, and we'll want to stop him too. Christian is a heck of a player. He's up for the Heisman. They've got Coach Shaw's done a great job with their program. They're very hard to beat at Stanford and Palo Alto, and so we're going to have to get ourselves ready to go there and play. And they're an excellent football team. They've been a powerhouse. When you look at it, we played Arizona State, which has been a powerhouse in the South, and now we're going to go play the powerhouse in the North back to back. So it's going to be a tough deal for us. I know our kids will be excited about going there to play. We have a lot of kids from Northern California, and so they'll be excited about going back home to play. And we'll be ready to go, and I know they will be too.
Coach, it looked like you got into a pretty heated discussion with Coach Levitt on the sidelines. What was that about?
It's between me and him.
Coach, you mentioned the fans were out there having fun. Certainly the guys were enjoying this one immediately after the game, but really their demeanor was, hey, we've been here before, this is business as usual. When they really haven't, what does that tell you about this crew, and where do you think they get that from?
Well, I think they're focused on understanding, we have a saying, you're either getting better or you're getting worse, nothing stays the same. So they understand what they did was awesome. Now we got to keep moving forward. And, you know, the next game we play, Stanford's going to want to beat us. They're a really good football team. You got to come to play every game in this league, and they understand that, and they want to keep moving forward. We've won 5 games. We've got a lot more we want to win.
Coach Addison really seemed to return to All-American form today.
Uh-huh.
Can you talk about just how that kind of attests to the journey that he's had here this season?
You know, it's just awesome to see him out there doing that. You know, he's flashed at during times this year. He flashed Saturday at USC. You know, this was his best week of practice where he was able to keep going and not get as sore on his leg and everything. So he's just kind of getting in better shape with his leg and all that type of stuff. He's 100%. It's just his hamstring or calf and all that would kind of get sore. So he wasn't able to practice as much during the week as he has been, but now he's getting to practice more. So being able to get him more reps in the game and do that, and he's feeling more and more confident. And you know, he gives me a lot of confidence when he's out there. You know, and so it's good.
Last question.
Mike, Jay's been one of the more reliable punt returners
Mm-hmm.
and came in 4th in the conference. But the muffed punt that led to their touchdown, did he tell you what his thinking was on that?
No, I haven't talked to him about it. He's concussed. I'll talk to him when he comes out of the concussion about it.
I didn't know if you spoke about it after the play.
I talked to him a little bit after the play, but during a game, you don't want to get on the kids, and during a game like that, you're trying to pump them up and understand what's going on. And you know, the wind was really blowing, and the guy was shooting howitzers up there. And so we'll work on it when he gets back going, and we'll work with the other guys that'll be back there if he can't go.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.